himself. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Allen. They'll try and do this himself. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Matthew Wright on for the field goal.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on. Any return we get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and almost in field goal position.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Chavez. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third down from the gun, McCarthy. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drop dead with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
52. Ready? Middle. Look out.
On play action, Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Bijan Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece.
Set to kick off.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They must get something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing is McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now McCarthy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
If If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it facing a second and long situation.
Ready up. Ready. 60 bison. 60 bison.
Here's McCarthy. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. And an Eagle first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
16 yards.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, Bigsby. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
To the air with McCarthy. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. It feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nico Collins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We up the plyometric. Ran up by the Luxonessa up the highest metric.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Alert, alert, alert! Ready? 5 wide. Look out!
Play action. Now it's Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Look out!
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep. And a give to Robinson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Again, it's Robinson. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
3rd and 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
319! Look out!
To the air, Allen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4.
Right on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he stopped immediately there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
McCarthy off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go street.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Go show, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a fuck if that's your birthday. You'll find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need to give me the feel. I'm gonna have everything in the making, so come give me a hug.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, it might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Oh, and that is incomplete.
With the dime left on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. McCarthy. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house to get me. He ain't sure. Valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I'd do it for you.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if we come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit.
38-yard line.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it's a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, we hit right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them up to just a couple on first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Alert! Alert! What is that?
They'll run again here with Robinson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Akers is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Allen taking it himself. And he is not going to get in as the big body stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal.
Half 10.
Here's Allen to throw it. Touchdown, Saints. Khalil Shakir. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Matthew Wright set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Quick throw to Collins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly senses run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
19.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Third and goal, McCarthy. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Sub. Middle.
Here's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
60 Bobcat. Here we go. Rock roll 80. Go ahead, baby. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. This is the tight end, the Joker. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
They got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
To throw, it's Allen. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. Allen. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. T. Higgins, 27 yards. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end.
Check smash, check smash.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Chavez. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Makes it 3rd and
2. Shorty got that body out of no time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. To the air again, McCarthy. And that went off the mark. A little late with the throw. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 3.
Half. 319. Regular.
Now Allen. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing now is Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Alert!
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
319. Sub.
And again, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
They'll complete this one to Collins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Go with him. Hey, check him out.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Now McCarthy. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. Still going inside the 20.
And finally taken down at the 15. It's a gain of 34.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Let's go.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach